Hello and welcome to another Demis Helen tutorial. This video we are going to look at this preset Psymad DMH, a preset that I've created myself for a Psytrance idea that I have had. So I thought I'd share this baseline with you, and this is what we're working towards. So as you can hear, it's quite weighty, it's got a lot of power behind it, and especially if you start adding in extra EQ after the effects chain in here within Serum, put it on the inserts. So if we just look at the pattern here, we're on 8th triplets, and then 16th for the end on the second bar here, 16 triplets just to give it that roll. Okay. So that's what we're working with. I've set up the same thing here for Serum. As you can see, an initial preset. So if we just go there again, initial preset, I'll just turn this down. And we're just going to open here, turn off the kickstart. Alright, so I'm just going to guide you through this process, and you can get this this particular patch for free on my Facebook page in the link below. So here we go. We're going to use the default oscillator to keep things simple, and we're going to put it to -2 for the moment, and we're going to route the envelope 2 to the filter. So we're going to turn the filter on and drag and drop filter to envelope 2 onto filter. We'll just narrow that down for now. I'm going to have quite a wide sweep actually. The reason I've used envelope 2, if you're not familiar with it really, is envelope 1 controls the master amplitude, kind of the master out. So instead of having that controlling that and that, I'd like to control them independently. So envelope 2 is going to do the filter, and then envelope 1 is going to control the output. So envelope 2, we are going to create something that looks very similar to that with a bit of release. If we just lock it here, I'm aiming for the 250 milliseconds route here, something like that. That is a good start, so we'll leave it there. So this is what we have. Okay, so we've got an idea. It's not quite there. But here we go to make it better. So the randomization is proving to be a problem on the phase. We're getting re-triggers in different places because it's set to fully random. So we are going to choose no randomization, and we're going to choose phase all the way to the left, so 0 phase. As you can hear, we get a bit of a snappier sound now. Let's just put this here so we can hear it better. If we put randomization on, you're going to hear this sound re-trigger in different places. So it could be here, then here, then here, then here. Every time a note hits, it's just going bang, 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 bang. I'll pick a different place. We don't want that. We want 0 randomization, and we want to pick a point. We can pick it here if we want, there, 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 and it'll always re-trigger from that point. In other synths, you will see that as a re-trig. That is exactly the same thing. It's just phase and randomness on here. So if I turn this randomization on so you can hear. Okay, so it just enables it to be kept a nice consistent sound, just like a kick drum would be. That's what we want. Envelope 1, we're just going to quickly shape this. We want that at about 250 again, somewhere there, and then nice bit of tail off. Oh, that's the other thing. We want the MG low 24. We want it to be a nice 24 decibel cutoff. So you'll hear the randomization problem now a bit more here. Makes it sound muddy and kind of smooths off that transient, that initial hit. So at least it's kind of normal and travelling nicely. Yeah, that's a better example there. Listen to the initial transient, the initial hit. Kind of gives you that muddiness and that weird phasing issue. So that is potentially everything that we're going to do in here. We'll come back and tweak the things that we've already done, but that's about it really. It's all down to the effects. So the first thing I am going to add is the delay. Now the delay is not going to work in the conventional way. I'm going to turn the feedback down. I'm going to turn the mix down to about 8. We don't want too much bass in here, so we're going to turn the Q down and then just remove like that. And we're going to set this to 64. We're going to set it to, if we can do this. There we are, triplets. So what we're doing is adding a bit of width in here. And it adds to that little bit of a transient. Okay, so the delay is the first in the chain. We're going to add some dimension, hyper, sorry. So again, too much. We just want to add that width. So these two are the width, and that is that section done. Very simply, swiftly through that. Now we're going to add compression, distortion, and the EQ on here. So we'll go for distortion first. No, we won't. We'll go for compression first. We're going to add weight. So the way we're going to add weight is to switch it to multi-band. And we're just going to mess around with threshold till we get a little bit of oomph in the sound. I'm going to leave it on the 3:1 ratio. I think that's what it comes in at. 4:1. That's 3:1 there. Okay, so you can hear it's instantly added some weight, and we'll mess around with that now. So I'm going to take away some of the high. Some weight there. We'll come back to that once we've added the last few sections in. So we're going to put some distortion and then the EQ after. Oops, let's just put that back down there. Still selected. Okay, so we're going to set downsampling because we like a bit of downsampling in Psytrance basses. Okay, we'll leave that as it is for now, and we'll tweak these later. We're just adding them in so we've got them there. And then the frequency, the gain of the low, we're just going to boost a little bit. Okay, so we've got the sound we want, kind of the layout. Now I'm going to drop this one more oscillator, so let's listen to how it sounds now, and then one down. And there you go. You straight away get that classic Psytrance sound, and the weight is unbelievable. Very, very nice. Okay, so now we can go back into all of these. We'll do it to about 11 here. Now the downsampling is playing a nice part here. We'll just turn the mix down a bit more. Nice. Okay, let's just introduce a little bit more hyper. So you can change and tweak this how you want, and then I think we just want a little bit more on the cutoff here, so instead of widening it, we're just going to change the position. Add a bit of fatness. Now we want it to be a little bit more aggressive on the start here, so I'm just going to raise this. stabby and just add the roll off to make it a bit weightier. We'll do the same here, but we don't want any clickiness on the end. That's a nice effect. See that? That's quite impressive actually. That's a let's just see how that sounds with kickstart on. With a little bit of creative tweaking, that could be quite a good effect. Anyway, we're just going to reduce that again. Okay, and then we're just going to tweak the volume there. And there you go. You have the Psytrance bass that I have created there, and I kind of went foreign with my accent then, but that's the sound that I'm aiming for. Straight out of Serum, straight using the default oscillator that is loaded with the initial patch, and then just some good tweaks with the envelopes. It's all down to the effects here. And how it is processed. It's the multiband that gives it its weight, but it's the dimension and the delay, the quick delay, that gives it its width at the same time. So that is your Psytrance bass. So thank you very much for watching the video. If you liked this video, please hit the like button. It is a huge help. Leave me a comment down below and tell me what you think of the sound, and if you want to see something else in a future video, because I read every comment and I take them on board to develop the direction the channel is going. I'd like to keep it aiming towards trance, so any genre of trance, but more in there, but I do cover other things from time to time. So thank you very much. Head over to my Facebook page as well to get the free preset. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe and hit the bell icon to see a new video every Friday. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.